Look at that. Look at the damage, man. Like, look at this shit. Like, she's fucking crazy. Look. It's so much fun just to kind of like jump around and do this. Look at that. See, when she when she gets cooking, man, woo. Voruna is crazy as hell, man. I'm actually really surprised by her. At first, I didn't understand how her kit worked, but once I started getting like the gist of how it works and I made this build, I was like, wait, hold on. She's insane. So so this is the build that I have running right now. So basically with this, I wanted to make her into like a melee god while also really utilizing her abilities, because her abilities sync so well together. She's one of the most well-made warframes that I've seen. There's not a lot of them that just work, like every single ability just works so well. It's insane. Like I'll show you when I get to gameplay and all that. But starting with the setup, basically with her efficiency, of course I'm negative, so I went with blind rage. And I also went with energy conversion, because energy conversion works really well since her third ability makes it so that it creates orbs. So if you're using your guns and you get headshots, you're getting energy orbs back. If you do a melee kill, then you're going to be getting health orbs back. That's basically what it is. With that concept, energy conversion works excellent. So every time you're making an orb, you're basically just giving yourself more ability strength, and that's beautiful. So it works extremely well. So the big thing with her is having some range and having as much damage as you could, at least, you know, with this bit. So I tried to maximize as much of her abilities as I possibly could here. With efficiency, prime flow and equilibrium are more than enough to self-sustain yourself. You're literally running around with unlimited energy all the time. It's beautiful. Overextended and stretch is enough for range. I wish I could go a little farther, but honestly I ran out of slots, so it is what it is. Blind rage and energy conversion I already mentioned. For a little bit of survivability, I threw in adaption. It's not 100% needed, but at least, you know, it does help. So it's like, why not? So I threw it in there. I tried going with catalyzing shield in the build. I wanted to see if that would help with survivability, but honestly it doesn't. It's not very good to be running that. So I found adaption to be more worthwhile, so I went with adaption. You could just do shields, like a redirection or a health if you want to. It really doesn't matter with this one, so it's entirely up to you what you want to do with this slot. So I went with adaption because why not? Most of the time you're going to be invisible anyway, so it doesn't really matter if you play the build how I'm going to show you. But yeah, if you want to change up your gameplay, then adaption is definitely needed. And then this is the king mod right here. It's her mod. So this one makes it so that every time you kill something with a bleed, it will restore a charge of your fourth ability. So basically the fourth ability, the way it works is every time you pounce on something, you're using a charge, and it has like 5 charges, I think. Oh yeah, 5 charges. It says it right there. Okay, so basically every time you kill something, you're getting another charge, and then you can keep pouncing, and you just keep pouncing and pouncing and pouncing. It works so well, and it also works with the 2 as well, because that one gives you 5 random statuses, including your slash. So that's also another way of gaining a charge back. So in case you don't want to waste a charge by using your 4, then you can gain it back by using the 2, and you can basically just vice versa like that, and it's it's amazing, man. The type of damage you do with the 4 is stupid as hell. I've seen a crit as high as 5 million doing just the jumping on something, and that's ridiculous for an ability to do that much damage. But and she's fast, so like it's absolutely amazing. She's so much fun to play. I went with a steel charge on the aura, and I went with rush on the Exilus, because when she's using her 1 and she's invisible, she gets more speed. So with the rush, it just makes it stupid, and then she turns into Goss basically. So yeah, it's a lot of fun to run around with her. And then steel charge is mainly because I like to throw in melee every once in a while. I want to go around and swing my swords around, and yeah, that makes it awesome. So why not? Molt augmented for that ability strength. That's always a nice one to have. And then I went with Arcane Power Ramp. I have to upgrade it. I don't have it, you know, leveled up. But it seems pretty nice because on ability cast, your next cast gains 2% more strength, and it stacks up to 4 times. So that's good. So I want to maximize that whenever I can. This one is pretty hard to get because it's through either a chance at getting a daily with the lady that sells you Calervo. It's the Deviri stuff basically, or when you're running your circuits, you have a chance to get it at the end of every little wave or whatever. There's a chance or whatever. But yeah, I haven't really seen any, and I've done a lot of circuits and stuff, and I still haven't. I only got like 2 of them total. So yeah, it's a tough one to get. But yeah, I'll be working on that. But anyway, that's the build with that. No subsuming, you're just playing her as is. As far as arcane or Archon shards, I would like to throw in some red ones if possible, but I don't have any right now. Actually, I do have one that I could slap in right now, so I might as well just slap it in. So I'll just go with more strength, honestly, with this build. So ability strength right here, plop, blim. I'll probably just go full ability strength and just call it a day at that. Ooh, I can do another one. I didn't know I had to. All right, well, slap in another one. There we go. And that's what I'm planning to do. So I'm gonna do that for now. You can experiment with stuff if you like, but why not? Get the most strength so that 4 can do more damage. Hell yeah. So anyway, let's go test it out. I can show you guys what it's like. But before we get started, I wanted to actually show you her abilities and like what they do and stuff. So let me just like go ahead and give myself some energy. So her first ability makes you invisible. So that's like the first thing. The moment that you shoot or whatever, it'll take you out of invisibility. I don't know if it takes you out of invisibility with melee. Oh, it doesn't. Oh wait, no, it does. Never mind. So the thing that's really cool about her is that you can go invisible and you can still use your abilities while you're invisible. So the 2 makes it so that you pounce at the enemy and you're doing 5 random statuses on them. And this also works while you're invisible. So and the 4 also works the same way. So when you pounce on them and you do that big damage, you stay invisible the entire time. It's really fucking good. Like it's crazy. So basically, you shouldn't really be taking that much damage, and that's why I put adaption just for security purposes. Because every once in a while, you could take some random AOE damage that could hurt you, but like for the most part, she's actually pretty good. So the main thing you're going to be doing is you're going to be probably wanting to stay invisible if you want to go with that play style. And then you want to always run your 3 all the time. The 3 is going to make it so that when you get headshots, you get energy orbs. And when you get melee kills, you get the health orbs. So basically, when you're running around doing the jumping thing and pouncing on people, you're giving yourself health orbs. And then that can self-sustain you while, you know, boosting your damage and all that shit. So it works excellent. So I'm just going to go in and do it. Oh, actually, there's one more thing I forgot to mention. If you hold the keys, it will change your play style. So if you hold 1, it will make it so that you have increased parkour velocity. So this makes it so that you jump like super high and you travel farther and you glide farther and all that stuff. So it's really cool. I like running around with this a lot. The 2 is status resistance. So this is really good. So in case you're fighting like you know, infested or something and you're afraid of toxic and all that stuff, you can get resistance to that stuff. So it's actually works really well. It's not going to protect you from getting one-shotted by their scream thing that they do, but it's still enough to kind of guard you from most things that they do. So it works really well. So this is probably something you want to run most of the time. Unless you're doing an exterminate where you just want to run through a map, then I would recommend just using the parkour one so that you can fly through the map basically and goes fast as hell. The 3 gives you heavy attack efficiency, so that's good if you want to, like, you know, spam your heavy attack. It won't take that much of your combo counter, so that works. It's not really the most useful one, honestly. I wouldn't really fuck with it, but it's there if you want it. And then the 4 is an extra life, so if you die, then you'll come right back, and that will go on cooldown for a bit. But it's, you know, in case you feel like you're, you know, scared that you're gonna die, that's definitely your protection. It kind of works similar to how Wukong's ability is. When you die on Wukong and you stay like alive for a bit, it's kind of like that. So yeah, it's cool. So yeah, as you can see, like it's basically like She's awesome with exterminate missions because she could just like run through the map basically and do this. Look, 6.9 million damage I just did to that guy. That's crazy, man. 6.9 million again. It just popped up. Yeah, it's kind of wild, man. She does a lot of damage. And I love the range on it because the 4 and also the 2 are AoEs and it will hit everything in the whole area. You see, you don't need line of sight to hit them. Of course, you need line of sight when you're trying to pounce on them, but you don't need the line of sight for, you know. Also, when you're running around with the 1, you see you got super speed, so like I'm Goss basically. So it's it's pretty nice. Kind of move around like this. Boom! You see that big damage. So basically, all you're gonna do is just run around, make sure your invisibility stays on, and you just pounce on shit all day. It's beautiful. Look at this. Oh my god, it's so fucking nice. I love it. She's so much fun to play. Look, pounce back. Bah! You see? So basically, you can run through the map like this and then teleport. Oh, I'm trying to teleport to that guy and I failed. Here we go. Boom. And this is Eximus, look. Boom. Eat his ass alive. And she's a nightmare. She's scary. Boom. So I usually, what I like to do is I like to pounce first on with the 2 just to put the status on them, and then I'll use the my left click while I'm running the 4 to keep stacking. And you see how it's on 5 times right now? Every time you get a kill, you're stacking the 4's damage, and it keeps going up and up and up, and it starts getting crazier. See, it starts ramping up a lot. So and the greatest thing about her is that she doesn't use energy. It's none of these abilities are toggles. So basically all you're doing is just activating them, and that's it. So they don't drain energy. Look at that. Look at the damage, man. Like, look at this shit. Like, she's fucking crazy. Look. It's so much fun just to kind of like jump around and do this. Look at that. See, when she when she gets cooking, man, woo, that's it. She's insane. I love her. I think this is my new main now. I'm gonna take a break from Kalervo for a bit. I'm just gonna play her. Look at this shit. Like, it's just so satisfying too. So I can do this where I could just run like this, and you see, if I put the parkour velocity, it starts getting crazy. Watch. Look at that. Look, it's like I have like no gravity or something. I can jump around like this. So yeah, she's fast, man. Yeah, I'm loving her right now. Like, all ass. Look, I'm Goss basically. Oh, I gotta turn this on. But yeah, she's a badass. It of course, you know, it takes a little bit for her to get warmed up, but once you warm her up, my god, like, she's insane. She's absolutely insane. And I didn't use any of my weapons, by the way. That was just purely just pressing my abilities, running the 4 and pressing the 2 to spread the status, and that's it. So spread the status, boom, and then 4. Bah. You see? That's when you get that big damage. And look, it's in the AoE, so I even hit this thing up here. So flop, boom, 1.7 million right there. So always open up with the 2. That should be your first priority. Press the 2, then use your 4. Bah. So it's just left click, and that's it. So yeah, she's a badass. I really like her a lot. It was a lot of fun.